Let's be completely honest about something. The Sims 4 lighting and graphics are really not all that great. I know it's raining, but it's kind of drab, kind of dreary regardless. What if I told you you could get your game to look like this? Vibrant, beautiful, stunning, amazing. You could get your game to look a little bit more autumny if you wanted. Look at this one. The focus is on our dog, and if we zoom out, the things we're not focused on automatically blur on their own. Oh God, I forgot to lock the door for Vlad. Oh God, I'm gonna get changed to a vampire tonight, or bitten at least. Whoopsies. Anyway, you can get your game to look like this by using Reshader. You've probably heard of Reshader or gshade before, and it's so overwhelming for a lot of people because it looks complicated. Like, this must be a lot of steps to get your game to like actually change how it looks. But fear not, it is really not that hard, and this video is going to show you exactly how to set it up and how to find presets for your game to make it look beautiful. Before we get into the actual tutorial, you might have some questions about gshade versus Reshade. These programs are basically the same thing. Reshade was actually the original program, and gshade is kind of like a fork from that program. A few years ago though, there was some controversy with gshade. If I'm understanding it correctly, there was malware inserted into the gshade program. So if it was suspected you were like taking assets from there or something, it would automatically shut down your machine. There are a ton of Reddit threads about it that actually talk about that controversy if you want to learn more about it. It was so bad that gshade was actually not available to even download for a while, though it's back up now. So a lot of people are just not returning to gshade because of that controversy, and they feel like they can't trust that creator. So they are instead using Reshade. You do whatever you think is best for you, but this tutorial will be over Reshade. First step to Reshade is to install Reshade. I will put the link to it down in the comments. When you get to this page, you can click this download button here, or you can read about it a little bit more if you'd like. There is also download buttons down here. I will be honest with you, I don't really know what the full add-on support means, so I just download this regular one here. Once you have that downloaded, install that bad boy and then open it up. This is going to be the first screen that you see. It's going to ask you to select a game or application. If The Sims 4 shows up in the list for you, then go ahead and click that, but it never pre-populates into this list for me. If that is the same for you, just click this browse button and we will manually find it ourselves. Not gonna lie, it can be a little bit hard to find, but it's probably in program files, EA games, The Sims 4. Then you're gonna see a whole bunch of folders depending on the expansion / DLC you have downloaded. You're gonna look for a folder called game, then double click on bin, and then you should see these here. Choose this one. And once you've done that, click next. Then it's gonna ask you your preferred rendering API. I always use Microsoft DirectX 9. I haven't really heard that you were supposed to be using 10, 11, or 12. I don't really know, so I'm just going with 9. It works for me. If anyone knows the difference between the two, let me know. Put it in the comments, but I use 9, so we'll go that route. So make sure that one is selected and choose next. So the next screen is where we select effects to install. So you can read through each of these and decide which ones you want. You can download all of them if you want. I will tell you, obviously, the more of these you download and install, the bigger stress it creates on your machine. If you have a lower end PC, you may not want to download a whole bunch of them. Up to you, you do whatever. So let's say you don't know what any of this stuff means and you have no idea what you should download, because that was absolutely me when I first started using this. You could just uncheck all of them. It won't download any of them. Then you can just rerun the setup, browse for those presets, and then it will download the ones that you need. Once you've chosen those, go ahead and click next and it will download all of those for you, and then you finish. Now here's the really fun part. You need to go shop for some shaders. An easy way to do this is you can go to Tumblr and search for shaders. It will give you some really popular ones. You could also just Google search for reshaders for Sims 4, whatever. So find a few that you like and download those. Make sure you put them in a location that you're gonna remember. I just made a new folder in my documents folder called Sims 4 shaders, so I easily knew where they were. That is very important. You gotta remember where you download them to. I think this Twilight one is like really pretty and hilarious, and I'm very curious of how that actually looks in game. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this one for an example. Jumping back just a little bit, remember how I said if you download a new shader, you can install the effects from that? Let me show you how to do it. So I just opened Reshader again. I am going to search for The Sims 4 again, do all of that. that we already did. So if you already have Reshade installed and you're doing this, you're gonna get this extra screen now. Choose update Reshade and effects, and that way it will update the Reshade version for you if it needs to, and you can download new effects. So then we come back to this, okay? So now we're gonna browse and we're gonna find that new shader we just downloaded. Remember I said you need to remember where you put it. Like I said, mine is in documents and then Sims 4 shaders, and here is that Twilight one. So I'm going to open that, and there are some new effects that I need to download for it, and yeah, a few. Okay, that's fine. So it's gonna go ahead and check all of those for us. If you see one that's grayed out with a check mark, that means you already have it installed, you don't need it. It will bypass those, and the ones with the check marks are the ones it's going to install for you. So go ahead and click next. Then you should eventually get to the screen that says it was updated and installed. Yay, go ahead and finish. Now load up the Sims, okay? Usually you're gonna see this gray box at the top that says Reshade was installed, and click the home button for stuff. I don't know why mine's not showing up, but that's fine. That's okay though, if it doesn't show up for you. If you have it installed right, all you have to do is click the home button and you're gonna get this menu here for Reshade. Yay! This looks a little overwhelming, not gonna lie, okay? But I promise you, don't get scared, it's fine. On your home screen, this is the shader that is currently in effect, okay? So to get your shader in here, click on this box here and then navigate to wherever you saved that shader at, okay? Remember, I told you it was important. I told you it was important for a reason, okay? So here's where mine is, and you can see Twilight right here. So we're gonna click on that and click select, and then ta-da! It automatically changed to very blue, very Twilighty on its own. To get the menu to go away, by the way, so you can see the full screen, just hit home again and it takes it away. And wow, yeah, this is Twilight. I'm gonna open my game to see what it looks like. Wow, there's the shader. It is very Twilighty. See how simple that is? See, it's not that hard, is it? It's fine. So like I said earlier, you can install multiple shaders and cycle through those, okay? So if Twilight gets on your nerves, if it's just too blue for you, it's too depressing, hit the home button again to bring up your menu, okay? Actually, I'm gonna pause this first, okay? Home menu, and then what you can do is for all of your shaders, go through that same process, okay? Click on this, find your shader, and then just upload those, okay? That was my dog sneezing if you heard that. Once you've uploaded all those shaders, okay, go to settings. We want to set keyboard shortcuts to cycle through these, okay? That is previous preset key and next preset key. So to set those, you're just gonna click in there and then press the button that you want that to be. So for the previous preset key, I have made it to the left bracket, and then for next preset, I hit the right bracket. You wanna make sure that you use a key that doesn't do something else in The Sims. Like when I first did this, I did the page up and page down button, and I forgot that also changes the stories in your house. So I would advise not to do that, okay? These are easy, they don't really conflict with anything, so go ahead and use those if you want, okay? When you have those set up, okay, click outside of this menu box. Trust me, just click outside of it and then press the home button so it disappears, okay? So now what you can do is you can hit those buttons that you just preset, okay? So for me, for the brackets, pressing the bracket that goes to the next one, ta-da! I don't even know what this one is, but holy shit, it's like grainy. I think I downloaded this for screenshots or something. Press it again and it goes to the next one. Press it again and it goes to the next one. See, this is my original one, okay? So you can see I have lots of different shaders because I take different screenshots sometimes, and you can just cycle through all of those. Beautiful, right? One other thing you can do is you can set a button to completely disable Reshade if you want. So if you click back on home, and now we want to assign an effect toggle key, okay? So click in that box again and then select a button that you want to like completely shut down Reshade essentially, or just disable the effect, not shut it down. I just clicked end. Again, it doesn't interfere with any other thing in The Sims. So do that, click outside the box, hit home, and now when you hit that button, now we just go back to the regular EA settings, no shader at all. If you want to enable the shader again, press that button that you just assigned. So for me, it's end. If I hit that, it goes right back to the shader that I already had loaded up. And that is how you install Reshade to get a completely different look to your game. If this was helpful for you, please let me know in the comments, and make sure to check out this video here about a newly updated mod that lets you become a Switch live streamer.